guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're reviewing Black Widow. This one came out yesterday and was directed by Cate Shortland and stars Scarlett Johansson and David Harbour. Now before we start, if you hit that like button, subscribe with the post notification bell so you know if I have a video. Let's start talking about the good. So all the actors and action in this film, I thought they're all fantastic. Of course, you have Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh, Rachel Weisz, and David Harbour. Those are the four lead characters in this film, and they are, of course, Black Widow's family, Natasha Romanoff's family, and they were all phenomenal in this film. The opening sequence. Now, the opening sequence is it's a good opening sequence. I liked how they showed specific things for Black Widow's character in that opening sequence. Could have been a little better, but the opening sequence I thought was good. The cinematography, which of course includes the shots, the camera angles, the lighting, fantastic. Of course, this is a Marvel film, so the cinematography is going to be very well done, and this film is no exception. The action sequences. Now, the action sequences are very, very awesome to watch, awesome to look at. Some people said that there was too much action in this film. I happen to love action sequences, and this film delivers on the action. So I thought the action sequences were awesome. The story. Now, the story is where things get a little complicated, because I thought it was good enough for this film. I found it to be emotional, and it was fun. The story was fun. It wasn't the best Marvel story for an origin story for a character, but it was okay. The story was good. There are some hilarious sequences. Of course, this is a Marvel film, so you can't have a Marvel film without comedy. And Red Guardian, David Harbour, is hilarious in this film. He is very, very funny in this film. I found myself laughing throughout most of this film because of David Harbour, and he is very good as the Red Guardian. The character development. Now, the character development I thought was great, because I actually cared about Natasha's family. I actually cared about David Harbour, Rachel Weisz, Florence Pugh. I actually cared about those characters. Now, Marvel always finds a way, the directors always find a way to make you care about the characters, but in this one in particular, this one is one of the only films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe where the family is sort of like superheroes at the same time. Like, kind of like The Incredibles. This is what it reminds me of, The Incredibles. But the family itself, they're very well done. The character development for those characters, very, very well done. The family dynamic between Natasha Romanoff, Yelena, which is her sister, Lena, which is the mother, and Alexei, which is the father, or Red Guardian, very well done. The family dynamic between all of them, very, very awesome. Of course, you have the dialogue between Black Widow and Yelena. Fantastic. When they first meet, it's hilarious. And the family sequences as a whole, I thought were very well done in this film. They were done well. Most of them are comedic sequences, like I said, with David Harbour, but Florence Pugh as well. But some sequences in the third act, which I'll get to later, are very emotional with the family. I thought the family dynamic, fantastic. They nailed it for this film. The score. Now, the score is by Lorne Balfe, and my goodness, the score is fantastic. He of course scored Mission Impossible Fallout, which that score is easily the best Mission Impossible score for me anyway. And he scored this film, and I don't know how he does it, but it has the same, well, of course he scored Mission Impossible, but this film has the same feel as Mission Impossible. This is a spy film. Now, there are some things, well, most of the stuff in this film doesn't really have to do with the spy aspect, but he does a very good job at capturing the emotions when there are emotional sequences, and when there are thrilling sequences, which there are many thrilling action sequences in this film. So Lorne Balfe's score, fantastic for this film. The third act of the film. Now, the third act of the film, I thought it was awesome. There's a shot in the trailer, which of course you all saw, where she's flying in the sky and people are shooting at her. That is in the third act of the film. but it's phenomenal. The third act of the film is awesome, action-packed. There are good character moments in that third act. So I thought the overall third act was very well done. Now, it's not the best third act out of a Marvel film, but for a standalone film in Marvel, I thought it was pretty well done. The ending sequence. Now, the ending sequence I thought was good. It was a good ending sequence, made sense for the film, and I enjoyed it. And there's a post-credit sequence as well. Of course, every Marvel film has a post-credit scene. But the post-credit scene for this film, I thought it was great. It works very, very well for this film, and it makes a ton of sense once you actually see it. That's all the good that I have. Now let's move on to the bad. So, unfortunately, the only bad thing I have about this film is Taskmaster. Taskmaster is easily one of the worst Marvel villains ever put to screen. This character is... The trailers made this character look so awesome. Made this character look like possibly one of the best Marvel villains to date. But once you see the film, Taskmaster is easily one of the weakest villains in the entire MCU. This person gets revealed in the third act of the film, of course, but it sort of didn't pay off as well as it should have or could have been. It did not pay off at all for me. So the reveal of Taskmaster in the third act of the film, some of you might like it, but I found it very, very underwhelming, and he or she is easily the worst villain. Well, not worst, but one of the worst villains in the MCU. That's about it. Black Widow is a good Marvel film. It's a good superhero film. I recommend it because, it's a Marvel film. I enjoyed it, but there are some things, like the villain, which this film is seriously lacking. So I'm going to give Black Widow a B. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the post notification bell so you can get notified for every video. I'm Peter. Thank you for watching.